channel, guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that whenever and turn on notification bell so that whenever I drop a video, you'll be the first one to be notified. Guys, today I'm going to do breakdown on how I took buy trade on AUD US dollar, right? I'm going to do a breakdown on how I took a trade on AUD US dollar on Monday, guys. On Monday, how I took trade on AUD USD. So let's dive deep into the video. Guys, you already know whenever I want to start out my day, I start with what we call top down analysis. Top down analysis simply means starting from the high time frames down to the lower time frames, right? So you can actually head on the daily time frame, right? So on the daily time frame, you can literally see that this market is not performing much. The market is not buying. The making some market is just making something like some complex movement, right? So you can already tell Australian dollar is not that much strong. The Australian dollar is not that much strong, right? So what we are going to do right now is coming. Let me take this off. All right, the market is not making any correct movements over it, right? So you can see this is the daily time frame, right? So we have this to be where it was a day trade, so all these things are not necessary, right? It was a day trade, so all these are not necessary. You can see there's nothing much on the daily time frame. What we can see is the market is buying but not that much aggressive, right? So literally on the 4 hour time frame, that's where we had this our resistance zone over here. You can even extend it all the way here, right? So that happens to be our resistance zone, and this here happens to be our support zone, right? We buy from support and sell from resistance, right? We buy from support and sell from resistance, and we or we buy from demand zone and sell at the supply zone. So we had this we had this demand zone, and once again we had another one at the bottom over here. We have another one over here, but that's on 1 hour demand zone, and this happens to be our 4 hour demand zone. So what happened last week is this is what happened last week. Market drop massive, extending, or the market couldn't respect this demand zone, this 1 hour zone, right? The market held all the way to the 4 hour demand zone. So and after that we saw these buyers, right? We saw this buyer over here, we saw this reaction over here. So as soon as the market is about to open on Sunday, right? This was our expectation. I was expecting the price to push all the way back to this resistance zone, right? Before this pullback, before the continuation to the upside, right? So after I saw these buyers, I already noticed this this demand zone is a active one, right? There are some money at this demand zone, right? There is money to be made at this demand zone. There are some buyers over it. So what I waited is I wait for the market to make its pullback correction, pullback, right? 100% correction over here, right? Something like this. This is 100% correction. The market made push like this to the downside, a correction, not that much, right? And over here, look at here, push to the downside, 100% correction, push. The market could not create any further lower low, right? The market could not push to the downside anymore, right? So what we can tell over here is we can see that the buyers are stepping in. So what I did was I narrowed down on the 50 minutes time frame, right? On the lower time frame. So on the 50 minutes time frame, you can tell, right? Markets break our counter trend line, but that's not the main reason why I took the buys, right? So you can see that my price pushed to the downside, the price push all the way here, price push, correction, push, could not breach this low, right? And active buys. This happens to be our 15-minute resistance zone, got broken, had my trade stop loss below, and the overall TP to here. That's how I caught this buy trade on AUDUSD. Alright, if you find this video useful, can you please give it a like button on your notification bell so that whenever I drop a video, you'll be the first one to be notified. Guys, peace out.